I would like to talk to you today about a very serious problem plaguing our D&D tables, and that is shopping sucks. Because loot should be legendary and not a tedious grocery list. A hill I will die on by Alison Kendrick. And this is how shopping makes me feel a lot of the time.
I'm with you on this one. This might be a hill for me as well.
Let's all get on the same page about why I feel this way, okay? Shopping in D&D is, in fact, an unnecessary evil because it kills the adventure momentum. I know that a lot of times we use it for downtime stuff. I'm just saying, I think that there are more imaginative ways that we can have downtime together. It turns epic heroes into penny-pinching bargain hunters. Do not like, we just slayed a dragon and now I've got to go back and forth with you on the price of a sword. And finally, it promotes unhealthy hoarding behaviors. How many healing potions do you need? That's what your cleric is for.
I'm a hoarder for sure.
So now that we're on the same page about shopping in D&D, obviously a PowerPoint is not a PowerPoint without some kind of stat. So this is
my God.
This is
so fancy.
This is very mathematical, evidential proof. 99% of players and GMs hate shopping. I am convinced. Yeah. Todd is the exception. Don't be like Todd.
Don't be like Todd. Never be like Todd.
And by the way, you might not realize that you hate shopping, but you will by the end of this here PowerPoint presentation. So let's talk about why exactly it is that shopping sessions make us want to eat our dice. Debating the cost of cheese is not heroic.
Fair.
Endless haggling doesn't make for epic storytelling. And that's one I will say. Really I have learned to love role-playing, but I hate role-playing haggling. Never does that feel like fantasy and good. And one player's perfect shopping is everyone else's nightmare. So you always have that one player who wants to get that item and they're going to do anything to get it and then talk about taking us out of the immersion. But as you guys know, as you all know about me, Alison Lee Kendrick, I am solution-oriented. So we're not just here to bitch, okay? We're here to talk solutions on ways you can level up and get cool-ass loot without a shopping episode.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm so ready.
Idea number 1, give them a loot fairy. They drop off magical items when the party least expects it. They can leave quirky notes like for that time you didn't set the tavern on fire.
Nice.
And finally... you can incorporate either whimsical or cursed items to keep things interesting. Keep your players guessing, right?
Keep them guessing.
Just sprinkle, just have give them a cute little name.
I love that
right?
one.
Just give them a little loot fairy, give them a little name. Everything's gonna be fine. The next way that we can avoid a shopping episode is to go on a scavenger hunt together. And who doesn't love a scavenger hunt? Send your party on a silly goose chase for items hidden in cryptic locations. Doesn't that sound more fun than going to the store together with a grocery list in our hand? We could, have clues that are tied to the lore and backstories of the party members. That way we together uncover more about one another than just sitting in fireside talks. And finally, we incorporate mini quests that add flavor and character development without giving the DM a whole lot. A scavenger hunt probably would be the most for a DM to have to navigate, but it's a little bit different than, the rest of the story and can be more player fueled to give the DM a break too.
They have a quick note on that one. That is such a great idea. And I think that would be an incredible idea that I've somehow never thought of for when players can't join. Are there 2 players out of the 4 that are gone? Give them some kind of cool mini quest that is wrapped wrapping up a shopping
By the way, because he's now in the chat, it was Bladebound Saga that I had to apologize to. I'm being funny with all of this because we just had a shopping episode and it was wonderful and amazing. So I do just want to make it very clear that this is all in good fun, that with the right GM who brings the right flavor of chaos, which Bladebound Saga, Rice Combo, Daniel, whatever we're calling him today, does do. So no shade to any GM that I've ever actually played with. I don't actually hate this stuff, but I did feel like ranting about it. So thank you for it. The next is my most unhinged idea. And that is the loot roulette. I don't need to say anything else about this. Just chaos.
Yeah, I like it.
That's all you need to know. We kind of did this in our first campaign together where there was like almost like a table roll that we got to do, and that was the loot you got once you like hit the things. And I always like that. So let's put it on a wheel and roll that beautiful beam footage. And finally, and it's funny because I saw somebody up here talking about crafting. Why not make it a crafting montage instead of going shopping? It encourages the party to create their own gear with what they have, ingenuity, creativity. Okay. And I like Tabletop Phoenix, by the way, you were the source of inspiration on this one because I know you love a crafting situation. And I tend to play with people who are just real big brained about this stuff. I never am, but I would like to get better. And then you can have like the shopping aspect of it. So once they craft these absolutely unhinged things, you can actually give them the loot that they might actually need by way of NPC traits.
That's fun.
Okay.
By the way, one of my other favorite GMs, I'm here again to say I'm not attacking any of my favorite GMs. And Tay, you are obviously one of my other favorite GMs who I've done many a shopping episode with. Slides in to say shopping episodes are only bad because of player entitlement. Yes. As an entitled player, I'm just going to give that to you. Like, I'm not even going to argue with it. You are correct. I'm just saying, let's all, find a way to inject a little more whimsy. And that's the thing, is until this idea came in, thank you, ChatGPT, I hadn't realized, like, this was not something I was aware of really until I started making this. So this is my like challenge to everybody. Like, now that we're aware, let's try some of these other things.
Let's do better. Let's be better.
Let's do, when you know better, do better. I love it. Is all I'm saying.
It's our response to Trail of Trust.
It's our response to Trail of Trust together, that the GM is always right, and in return for us saying, yes, GM, you are always right, you're not, you don't really give us shopping episodes anyways, Maddie, but others do.
I do the opposite. I do the far opposite, and I could come closer to the middle too, because I don't want a shopping episode myself, but I don't know what else to do sometimes. I love all of your ideas, and gosh darn it.
You do a more reward-based system where we find the items we need in world, and I love that about you.
Yeah, that's more my jam.
Maddie.
Just gotta find it along the way.
Yeah. So what is a PowerPoint presentation without an obnoxious stat, a quote, and the words in conclusion? Now I have to like give you a visual cue that I'm wrapping this up. In conclusion.
Sure.
Great.
Oh my gosh.
Ditch the shopping list. Embrace the chaos. Get you and your party a big-ass rubber ducky. Keep that gameplay dynamic and engaging.
It's just so beautiful. I'm just stunned.
Create memorable story-driven moments. And finally, if I hit spacebar enough, it'll come. Reduces in-game bickering over trivial details. Something surely none of us have ever faced.
No.
So ours kind of went together a tiny bit.
I do. They did. They complemented each other well. And that is my PowerPoint presentation on why shopping sucks.
Amazing.
That's so beautiful. I mean, just lovely looking. Wow.
That's good. Thanks, everybody.
I'm not comfortable with following that.
Freaking pro.
That was pro.
Yeah.